Nothing says kicking off the end of February with Banlist season. Make sure you guys smash the link right by that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more content. Now, this was a list that I actually ended up getting shared, and I think that this list is quite interesting here to kind of start things off. So, Dweller band, this is just, I guess, following the OCG hype train and what they did. I hate to say this, but I don't really think that the TCG is going to ban Dweller yet. I think it was a selling point for Orcust, but there's no Orcust anytime soon. So I really don't know how I'm supposed to feel about that. But I think putting down Dweller this early doesn't make sense, but it is possible. Fiendsmith Requiem. Now, if there was ever a card that people want gone, I kind of agree with this, actually. I think that having Requiem going away makes the most sense. You know, it takes care of, the infinite recursion, all the stupidness that comes with this deck, and everybody has been very just upset and frustrated with what the Fiendsmith package has done to the game. And this would initially just kind of check all of the marks and actually remove it out of the game. So I think I gotta give it to this one. I think Requiem might actually, if you want to get rid of the Fiendsmith garbage, it's that. Catapult Turtle. How long has it been out here since Catapult Turtle has been terrorizing the OCG? There was an entire... So we had not gotten the Tachyon stuff yet. As of, by the time we're expecting a list to be dropping down out here, we are expecting the Tachyon stuff to finally be in the game. Which kind of leads everybody to go, hey, if this is the case, are we finally going to get rid of this potential FTK? They might not ban Catapult Turtle right away. They might just let this one ride for a little while, which would be the wildest thing that you could do. But I think that the Catapult Turtle FTK is a real threat to the game. I think it'd be cute to let it be legal for a little while, but it depends on how fast Konami wants to take care of the future problems that are coming out here. So, okay, I see you. Banning Evilswarm Ouroboros. Now this I can get behind. So, we have a hand loop coming in Alliance Insight. With the entire Heraldic Beast deck getting these cool little upgrades. And I would very much like for this to be checked and done and out of the way. I think that this might be too good of a call. I think that Konami might look at the Twins of the Eclipse first and might actually choose to blow that up instead. But very likely Ouroboros is a major candidate to get taken out back and go bye-bye. Going to 1, Allure of Darkness. Now, I don't know how I feel about this. You got to remember that the TCG has been, Malice as of the last little bit, has been kind of struggling a little bit to kind of get its deck off the ground. And I don't necessarily think that this is a bad thing, but it's become really apparent. So I don't know if the TCG is going to go after Allure right now, considering how much of a struggle that this deck has been having. Bonfire to 1. This was written in the stars when they reprinted Bonfire. I think everybody had the same initial thought, and it was, hey, we need to get rid of this, because you want to sell the next set, right? You want to sell all the 7 Tachyon Searcher stuff? Oh, absolutely. So the best way to do that, go ahead and take out the previous one out here and actually, deal with it. So, okay, I mean, that's a good one. Bystial Baldric, Druisworm, and Saronir all limited to 1. Now, I don't think Saronir needs to go to 1. Druisworm, on the other hand, I don't think a single person out here in the room, none of you, are be willing to make an argument out here for Druisworm to not actually be limited to 1. I'll wait. Anybody want to make that argument? No? Druisworm has become one of the most toxic spot removal options in the modern era history of the game, and it is so annoying to deal with. It's a free banish, it's a free body on the field, it does so freaking much. It does so much more than any card should initially be allowed to do. And I, for one, I want to see Evilswarm put to 1. Baldrake to 1 is irrelevant in my opinion. It's cool. Sometimes the interruption does come up, but I'm okay with that. Crossout Designator to 1. I don't think Crossout has served enough of a purpose in the meta to really be making this call, honestly. Kind of thinking about it right now, I feel like it's kind of lost a lot of its steam that it kind of had going for it. If not, it's just kicked to the side deck these days. And it just rots there. Like, that's kind of the experience for Crossout. Rise Detonator to 1. I'm wondering if the TCG is going to make this call. I'm wondering because the TCG might just leave this stick around up to Alliance Insight and then blow it up around Alliance Insight. It depends on how much Konami is going to look at that hot reprint equity out here that we've got going on. And they're going to make a decision on what they want to do with Rise Detonator at that point. Do not underestimate yield reprint equity. MX Saber Invoker to 1. I don't know why we didn't get Invoker sooner. I'm going to be honest with you. It has been so cringe that we have not had this card back yet. And I really do not know what's taken Konami so long to actually bring back Invoker. Like, I don't know. What are you scared of? Like, what is so bad that Invoker is going to break the game? Because you just put Invoker back to 3 in the OCG, and it's doing, guess what? Fuck all. All right? Standard day in the office, I guess. Triple Tactics Talents to 1. Did I miss something? I feel like Triple Tack should have been at 1 a very long time ago. I understand that you've got Thrust out here, and it's interesting that they chose to put Thrust to 1, or excuse me, put Talents to 1 instead of Thrust, because I personally think that Tack Talents is such a more toxic, or Thrust is such a more toxic card than Tack Talents, and I would actually flip those around. I understand that, Tack Talents, you're getting 3 resources out here. You're getting the ability to get all this crate. Yeah, who cares, man? All right, it's really cool that you can even do this, but it's just, that's that. All right, there's nothing too crazy that we need to be really worrying about putting Tack Talents to 1. Thrust needs to go to 1. All right, yeah, sure, it's 3 band effects on 1 card. I don't really care about that out there. There's that. So let's get that taken care of, shall we? And then Summon Sorceress to 1. I once again am going to toss this into the MX Saber Invoker pile. I do not know why we have not received the Summon Sorceress errata at this point in time. I am actually pretty disappointed that it has taken the TCG this long to put Summon Sorceress to a status higher than, just getting the errata over here. Like, Yubel's already dead. Your Fiend decks aren't doing anything. Let's just get this out of the way. All right. Atlantean Dragoons to 2. I don't know how I feel about this. On one hand, yeah, water is a very unpleasurable matchup to play against. But on the other hand of things, I would just like this checked. I feel like it's a consistency hit. I mean, realistically, I don't think we really need to do anything to Mermail right now. But if you're really that worried about it, then I guess we can move Dragoons to 2. But, okay. Branded Fusion to 2. Now, this, I guess I could get behind. Branded Fusion, you've got so many checks and so many balances on this card at this point that I don't have a reason as to why we can't actually just bring it back to 2 and let it do its thing. I think Branded Fusion should have been left where it was with the current limitations that they've been doing on it. I mean, they just blew up Jowgen for all things on our side of the game. What was the point in actually hitting Branded Fusion? It's just one of those cases. It's a waste. And then we also have the Naturia Sacred Tree to 3. This is a lot of copium. Bringing back the Naturia Runic deck and watching, Naturia Beast everywhere, that's not exactly something that I think a lot of people really want to be dealing with. And that's understandable, right? Having to deal with little soft loops like that is not exactly all the little fun that it's meant to be. So that's an interesting little thing out here. But that's what we're dealing with right now. With this potential discussion for this list. And I don't hate these choices, but I'm not all for them. So what do you guys think? Please, comment down below, tell me what you guys think, and I'll see your beautiful faces back here in a day, guys. Peace out. Patrons! Thank you! Ah!
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.